Hey guys, my name's Yvette and welcome to my DIY channel, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. So today's video is going to be another air dry clay video, and I made a bunch of trinket trays. So this is going to be part one of part two, because if I put all of them into this video, like the video would be super long. But these trays were super fast and easy to make. I think the longest thing was just waiting for the clay to dry. So let's just get into it. Start off by wedging your clay to warm it up and then roll it out, and I'm just using an old wine bottle to roll out my clay. Make sure that your clay is like at least 1/4 of an inch thick, maybe a little less. And now I'm going to take a bowl and we're going to use this to trace out a circle in our clay. If your clay gets stuck on your bowl like mine, just slowly remove it and it should easily come off. Now take some water and smooth out the edges of our circle or anywhere else you feel needs to be smoothed. Okay, so now we're gonna make the edges of our circle wavy. This is kind of hard for me to explain. I just kind of like lifted the edge of the circle up and then pushed in at the same time and left a space in between. You guys can see better than I can explain. It should stay up like this by itself, and set it off to the side for a little bit. So now I'm gonna add my Zodiac sign to the middle of our tray. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm gonna be doing an arrow. You guys can do whatever Zodiac sign you are. I just rolled out a thin line of clay and I compared it to the tray to see if I liked the sizing, and once I was happy, I added the top of the arrow. Now I'm taking my arrow and I'm gonna place it in the center of our tray. Take some water and just smooth that anywhere you want to. Make sure to do any last minute touches, and then we're gonna let this dry for 2 days. So now our tray is dried and I'm gonna paint our tray a light ivory. The arrow, I'm painting a sage. And for the rim of our tray, I painted a little bit silver and another little bit gold to see which one I liked better. And after looking at them for a little while, I liked the gold better, so I painted the whole rim gold. This is how we're looking like now, and finally it's time to seal our tray. And I'm obsessed with glazing all of my clay projects, so of course I'm going to be using my Deco Art glaze gloss. And there we go, we're done with our first tray, and this was so simple and easy to make and so fast, but gorgeous at the same time, and I'm obsessed. This would be such a cute gift to make for someone. So I rolled out my clay, and now I'm taking a bowl, and once again we're gonna trace out a circle. I'm taking a needle tool to clean up the edges of the circle. And then I'm going to use some water to smooth it out, and then set this to the side. Now we're going to take some more clay and we're going to make little balls of clay, because we're going to line the edge of our circle with these. Measure them out to the size of your liking, and I think I rolled out like 20-ish, give or take a few. So once you have them all rolled out, just place them around the edge of your circle. I took my needle tool and put little scratches on the clay to make it more tacky so that the balls would stick on better. So now that our circle is all lined with the little balls, I'm gonna draw in or carve in, I don't know what the proper term for this is, but I'm gonna draw in 3 evil eyes. My first attempt was a fail, so then I just took some water to smooth out my clay. My second attempt was another fail, so once again I took some more water and smoothed out my clay, and the third time was a charm. Okay guys, so do any last minute adjustments because we're gonna set this aside for it to dry. So it's been 2 days and this is how our tray is looking like. I painted it with a white coat just to prime it, and then I decided that I liked this, so this is gonna be our base color. Then I decided to trace out our evil eyes with some gold paint. I wanted our tray to look like blob art, so I just randomly painted in different blobs, and you really can't go wrong with this. And now I'm just gonna shut up and let you guys watch. Now that I'm happy with the amount of different blobs and colors we have, I'm gonna seal this, and of course I'm gonna be using my glaze gloss, and make sure to get this everywhere. And we're done. So easy once again, and I love all the different colors, and it's such a fun little tray to have. Start off by rolling out your clay again, and I printed out a basic outline of a sun, and we're going to use this to trace out our sun. I'm using a needle tool to lightly trace around our outline, and I'm not pushing all the way down just yet. Now that I've taken off the paper outline, And now that I can see the clay better, I'm gonna push all the way down into our clay, and you can see how much thicker the line looks now that I've pushed all the way down into the clay. And then you can just easily remove that extra clay. Now lift up your sun and smooth out all of the edges with some water on your fingers. Roll out some more clay, and now I'm going to use a stemless wine glass, and we're going to push it into our clay to get a small circle out of it. Smooth out your circle, and then I flipped mine over, and with my needle tool I added in some scratches to make it tacky, because we're going to place this in the center of our sun to give it more dimension. And then I added in a little face, and I put our sun in a small bowl because I want the rays to be pushed up and then let this dry for 2 days. I also added some plastic wrap in between the tray and the bowl because I was afraid that the clay would stick to the bowl. So now it's been about 2 days and it's time to paint this little guy. First I gave it a white coat, then I painted the center like a dark mustard yellow. And then for the rays, I painted them a color called terracotta, but I absolutely hated it. So I decided to repaint this whole thing because this was just not working for me. I painted the rays a bright mustard yellow, and then I did 2 coats of this. And then I painted the middle part of our sun a very, very light yellow. I think it's called pale yellow or something like that. And then I painted in its little face. So then I decided that this was a little too plain for me and I wanted to add in some color. So for every other sun ray, I added in hot pink dots down the middle of the rays. Then I decided I wanted to paint the tops of the empty rays a blue. That blue ended up being too dark for my liking, so then I went in with a lighter blue. But guys, I'm so annoying and I wasn't happy with that, so then I decided to paint them a mint. And I was so much happier with this. And then for some finishing touches, I just added in some gold dots. And it's time to seal this, so of course I'm going to be taking my Deco Art glaze gloss and making sure to get this everywhere. And we're done. And this little sun is so cute. I love it. I love the fact that I added in the bright colors. I just think it makes it look extra special. And I'm actually really tempted to add like some backing to it so I could hang it on my wall because it's so cute. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you guys try some of these out. Let me know if you have any questions and make sure to subscribe for more DIYs, and don't forget to come back next week for part 2. And stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!